Here we are, late start today. I had a lot going on, but today we're back to garage improvements. And one of the things that drives me nuts out here, and you can't probably see it well, it's dark. The lighting is awful. I have these 4 fixtures. They're 3,700 lumens each, and when the garage door is up, 2 of them are blocked. It's just not ideal. So I went on the interweb and I bought these. The company is Barrha, B-A-R-R-H-A, Barrha. These are T8s, shop LED shop lights, 5,000 lumens each, and I have 6 of them. They connect, well, I should have brought this. It comes with individual plugs for each one. It comes with a hardwired plug for each one. And then it comes with interconnect cables so you can daisy them. And it comes with the mounting clips and screws. And then dust covers for the ends that you don't use, because since you can go from one to the other, you got to cap off. And in here, if you saw the amount of dust on my lights, you'd go, that's a good idea. So what I'm going to do, these won't hang the same way. We're going to put them, can you see me? Yeah. We're going to put them across. And we're going to light this place up and see if we can see much of a difference. I had a lumen meter for many years. I had a couple of them actually, and I don't know where they are. I think I might have loaned them out. My fault. So let's get this. This isn't the perfect time of year to be filming this because it's bright out. So the 2 little windows are providing quite a bit of natural light. So let's get this put up, fired up, and make short work of it and see what we got. Okay, it comes with these. So you can actually put the lights right next to each other instead of a 4-foot cord between them. So it's got every possible. These are the little end caps I was talking about. Comes with these little clips and the screws. So what I did is I measured 2 feet off the center, so it's a 4-foot fixture. Brought the clips in 4 inches or so. That way I had wiggle room. I put up the first one, and this is probably not the way to show it. What I want to do is plug it in. Oh, and if you use the plug-in cord, it has a cord switch on it, which is kind of cool. I probably won't need it, but so I thought we would together see what it does to the camera when I turn it on. So maybe cover your eyes. I don't know. Okay. Before. Okay, that's one fixture. Let's don't look directly at them. That could be a downside. Oh, wow. That's one fixture at one end of the garage. Now again, I may suspend one over here where it's above the doors for when I'm working with the doors closed, which is most of the time. So I have 2 more beams that I can hang them directly on like I did this one. So let me hang those. We'll hook them up probably the same. Well, I'm going to hook one up to the outlets I made for the lighting, and the other one I'll use the interconnect cable to bring it over to the next one, and we'll try it with 3 fixtures and see if we like it. Again, there's my end mark. I'm just going to come over. It doesn't matter how much because they can hook pretty much anywhere. And I'm off-centering these so they don't interfere with the already installed outlets. And these don't need to be super tight because you want them to be able to catch the light fixture, not catch the light like a light catcher. Hush, just hush. Talking to myself there. Again, off center. Okay, there's a couple of little staples I'm going to pull out so that the fixture can sit flat. And this one I attached a cord to. I'm wrestling around the existing cords until I get these all up. So ignore that. Okay, wait. There we go. These can't be any easier to install. But then again, it's me, so, you know. Oh, I don't know if this one's going to come on, so I don't want to plug it in and blind the camera completely. Yeah, we'll wait and plug them in when we get the next one up. So the only way I can do a good comparison is to film this part, turn it off, do the cutover, and film the next part. So I'm hoping this works, but this is the garage with just natural lighting. I come in the morning and I flip those on. Again, well, ignore the part here. It's in your face. It's not bad, but it ain't good. And I use 2 of these task lights, which are great too, but more than I want to. So now I'm gonna shut you off. To do the final fixture, I have to get up in here above my garage door opener and mount it. And there's no way of doing a real cool transformation video. So let me mount that, do my thing, and I'll bring you back hopefully from the same spot. We can see the new lighting. So bye to the old lighting. Okay, so before I do the reveal, I don't see a huge difference at first because I've been working with lights on, lights off, pulled it one down. My wife walked in and said, "Whoa, that's bright." And they weren't all up yet. So you'll be the judge for yourself. I did install all 6. One of them now above the garage door because it's mostly storage back there. So I don't need as much, I don't think. The 2 extras, because I had 4 originally, I put one over this workbench and one over that workbench. I'll show you, more like task lights. I put the little end caps in and took down all the old fixtures. I got a plan for those coming up here, but anyway, without further ado, let's see if the video looks any different. Out with the old and in with the new. Ta-da! Oh, that was bright. I think it's brighter. I know it's brighter. And I know that in the 9 months of the year when it goes dark at 4:30 in the Pacific Northwest here, I know that this is going to be a lot better to work with. Let me show you. There's the workbench. Makes that kind of look cool. Ignore this. My friend still hasn't picked up her stuff. But it looks a lot nicer. I still keep my task lights, but I don't think I'll need them as often now because it kind of lights up the bench. I'll show you what's down there real quick when we're done, just for an add-on. And then the task light over here is usually where I'm doing work on this bench, which is now covered in lighting stuff. And it's a lot brighter. So I don't think I'll need as much task lighting, but I will still keep the task lighting. So I'm going to clean up and I'm going to drink some coffee and call it a day. Hopefully this is a shorter video than my normal rambling. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Again, I'll give you a follow-up. The negative I heard about these lights is, manufacturing defects. Mine, I plugged each one in and tested it before I put it up and they worked. The things that I'm noticing so far, they go up super easy with those clips. I wish the cable that goes between 2 fixtures was another foot long, but I know they're limited on amp draw and stuff. Just because this one, it goes from this light fixture, which you get, to this one at about a 45-degree angle. Nothing wrong with it. I just would have liked it to be straighter. So aesthetics, I guess. And would I have used the hardwire pieces if I'd have done this when I was rewiring my garage? Probably not. I like the versatility of the plug-ins. And something else that comes with the plug-ins is this. I like being able to turn off individual lights. So I have the main switch, but I can turn off each group of fixtures with the cord switch. It gives me a little bit more play in how I light things. So let's see if from going forward, if we notice a difference in the videos. And I'll show you one more thing and then we'll call it a day. Side quest. When I was a kid, my dad used to tell me about this toy called a building block. And I always thought that was the funniest name. And years later, I looked it up and found out what it was. And when I got my first scroll saw, I made my own. I couldn't find a pattern for them, so I found a picture and I made a pattern, a little cardboard pattern. And then with leftover spray paint I had and some markers, I made a set for my kids. I think I've made, I don't know, over the years, this is my fourth set I've made, third or fourth. It's foggy. All with leftover paint and leftover scrap wood. This can't compete with Minecraft, so if you got grandkids, put it away. But they interlock, and if you do it right, which mine are pretty right, they interlock in a million different ways. And you can build stacks that are incredibly tall, depending on how many buildings you have. And again, it's all a matter of interlocking and balance. It would be great for kids nowadays who aren't full screen time kids. And I would highly recommend that you do some research and I think you can still buy them on the interweb. But they're a lot of fun, at least they're a lot of fun for a guy in his 60s with too much time on his hand. So on that note, and with this nice bright light we got in here now, this isn't working, so I'm holding it. How embarrassing. I am going to sign off till next week with me and my building blocks. They're in the garage, so I'm going to sand the corners and antique them and make them a fake antique look. Anyway, if you have a scroll saw, a band saw, or a hand saw with a lot of patience, you too can have a set of building blocks. Peace. See you next week.